Elon Musk has massive plans for the world's population. He not only wants to build a better future through making the human body smarter, and yes, Musk already has a brilliant idea on how to do that, installing chips in our brain. Musk's company has been testing chip brain implants on animals and now wants to move to trialing the new technology on humans. So what does Musk have in mind, and what are his plans with Neuralink? Let's take a look. Elon Musk started Neuralink with the objectives and plans that many assume to be absurd and outright impossible. Neuralink aims to build implantable chips that will allow humans to interact with computers directly. So what exactly is Neuralink? Nuralink is a gadget that will be surgically inserted in the brain using robots by neurosurgeons. In this procedure, a chipset called the Link is implanted in the skull. It has a number of insulated wires connected from the electrodes that are used in the process. This device can then be used to operate smartphones and computers without having to touch it. While others debate the morality or ethics of such an idea, technologies like Neuralink have their critics, but seeing the benefits, Musk will not be deterred. But how does a technology like Neuralink work? Elon Musk explains that the neurons in our body are like wiring, and you need an electronic device in the body to solve electronic problems. The neurons from the brain transport signals to the rest of the body. These signals help us to move our limbs and tells our body what to do. Every neuron is made up of three parts: the dendrite, the soma or cell body, and the axon. The dendrite receives the signal, the soma processes these signals, and the axon transports these signals to other cells. The neurons are connected by the synapses, which then release neurotransmitters. These chemicals are then transmitted to other neuron cells, causing the flow of current across neurons. The electrodes that are part of the Neuralink will read electrical signals that are produced by several neurons in the brain. The signals are then output in the form of an action or movement, which is how you walk or lift an arm. The Neuralink device is implanted directly in the brain because if it is placed on the skull, it will not detect the signals produced in the brain accurately. The device will also charge itself wirelessly. The main goal behind Neuralink is to bridge the gap between the human brain and technology. It has several applications, including one that will benefit a special class of people. For instance, people suffering from paralysis will be able to use phones or computers directly with their brains. These devices will be useful for people suffering from diseases like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's. It can also help people who have suffered severe spinal injuries to walk again. People who can't form speech can take advantage of Neuralink, which will read signals in their brains and send them to a smartphone that will turn them into human speech. That's not all Neuralink can do. It can draw pictures, take photographs, control heavy machinery with the brain directly, play games without physically touching a controller, and so forth. The possibilities with Neuralink are endless, and more applications are expected to come up with time. Musk started Neuralink in 2016, and since then the company has come a long way. The technology has been tested on various animals with varying degrees of success. Interestingly, the procedure to install a Neuralink device is incredibly easy and doesn't even require anesthesia to implant a chip into the brain. The process will also be carried out by a robot and will be complete in about an hour. The only evidence of the surgery is a tiny scar that remains after the electrodes are inserted in the brain. The Link is about the size of a large coin that can be concealed under hair or cap. The device would then process and filter signals on the embedded computer chips. Musk has demonstrated Neuralink using 3 pigs. He called the demo 3 Little Pigs, showing that his team has successfully implanted Neuralink chips in their brains. The pigs were named Joyce, Gertrude, and Dorothy. Joyce had no implants and was only brought to the audience to see how a normal pig behaved. Gertrude had an implant for 2 months, while Dorothy used to have one but had it removed. Dorothy would prove that an animal could live fine post-Neuralink. Gertrude was the star of the show, and her Neuralink implant with 1,024 electrodes transmitted her brain activity in real time to a screen that the audience could see. They also heard beeps, which Musk explained came when Gertrude's piggly brain received stimulation from the environment, which corresponded to her sniffing through her snout. The second demo involved monkeys, and this one was even more exciting. The monkey in the demo, Pager, was shown playing a game with his mind. How impressive! It's a big deal to get a monkey to play a game. The Neuralink team got Pager to play the game with his mind. Musk was excited and hushed in a tweet, "A monkey is literally playing a video game telepathically using a brain chip." With all these successes, Musk wants to move ahead and begin clinical trials on people's brains. Musk originally said human trials of Neuralink devices would begin as early as 2020. He most recently said Neuralink hoped to begin human trials by the end of 2022. Neuralink announced last year it's working towards giving quadriplegic people the ability to control a cursor on a computer screen via the company's brain chip, as a first application of its technology. Only time will tell when Neuralink is going to go mainstream and introduce new technology for the world. It seems pretty exciting, and we are eagerly waiting for the launch of Neuralink. That's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed watching this one. Thanks for watching.